Okay, so one thing I realized is that I do it a lot in public places, and it's one thing that I really need to figure out about myself on why I do it, but I'm gonna be honest here. Back when I was in high school, I guess I would just do whatever I can to get some, like, I don't know, it was just me. But at the same time, I was a total F-boy, so I guess that's part of, like, the curriculum of being the F-boy. I have no idea. But I remember one time, let's just say I realized that the Swedish made something amazing, and the Swedish will forever be known for making this, and that's IKEA. And well, that's what you guys are gonna hear in today's story. But before I do get into the story, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Seriously, means a lot when you guys do. And on top of that, did I mention that I am currently live on Twitch as we speak right now? So click the link down in the description below and watch me live playing these amazing games and at the same time telling these awesome stories to you guys live. But other than that, let's get straight into this insane story. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba and welcome back to another insane story. So this story takes place back when I was in actually funny enough, grade 10. This was the second semester, and I remember I was basically getting to the F-boy stage. Now, me being an F-boy, obviously you guys have heard the stories of me doing it in Walmart bathroom, to me doing it in the McDonald's bathroom, even doing it, well, in the all-gender bathroom. Yeah, I know. I've done it in a lot of places, but I think this one place, in my opinion, wasn't that bad, but until I started telling my friends about it, they started being like, dude, like, are you serious right now? And that was in IKEA. Anyways, I remember back when I was in high school, there was this chick that had a really hot sister in our school, and let's just say this chick would never let anyone, and I mean anyone, get near her sister. And I mean, I don't blame her. Like, her sister was hot as hell, but at the same time though, if I'm gonna be brutally honest, like, it made no sense why no one was allowed to talk to her. But then as I started, like, you know, becoming friends with her to kind of get close to her hot sister, one thing she told me that really made sense on why is that apparently she's a freaky Swedish woman. To be honest, I don't understand what she meant at the time, but later on in the story you guys will understand, so keep watching. I remember one thing she told me that really got me like kind of weirded out was that she said, oh well, like, she kind of like enjoys like doing new things, and like by new things I mean like really like weird things. Like, let's just say it's hard for her to say no. What is what I told her, because I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea what any of that meant, but let's just say later on in the story it does make more sense. Anyways though, me and her, we got really close, and then I remember one time she invited me over on Snapchat saying, hey, like, do you want to come over to my house and like come hang out with family? I remember I told her yes, because I was already pretty cool with her mom, knowing that she was friends with my mom, and basically I ended up going over to her house. And when I did, I ended up meeting her older sister, and holy cow, trust me when I say this, guys, you guys missed out. Well, I mean, you guys are on the internet, so me telling you this was probably the most you're ever gonna get, but holy cow, she was awesome. Like, she looked great, she was phenomenal, blonde hair, blue eyes, she had it all. And then I remember walking up to her saying, hey, like, my name's Bubba, as I like take out my hand and try to shake her hand. But I remember when she looked at me, she looked down at my eggplant and then looked up in my eyes and then smiled like there was no tomorrow, and she's like, how you doing? I'm good, how are you, is what I told her. And then yeah, my friend, or the sister of hers, was basically came in through and just basically pulled me out of there, and she told me, don't get too close, she might bite. Whatever that means, I have no idea. The freaky Swedish women, apparently. That's what all I got from that. But anyways, going on, I remember as like me and basically this chick that was my friend and her hot sister that was a Swedish freak apparently started like hanging out together and stuff. I remember I went into her room, and her room was like really empty. For some reason, her room was like really like just like bare empty. It was kind of weird. It was like you just moved in or something. And then I asked her, I was like, hey, like, why is your room like really empty? She looks at me and goes, oh, like, I'm trying to like buy more things for my room. I just need to go shopping at IKEA. Do you want to come with me maybe sometime? Sure, is what I told her, because, you know, why not? Like, I had a car, I was able to move things, like, you know, I might as well help out. And I mean, if I get to see the hot girl again, it's no losing there. So I remember I said sure, and basically her sister was really upset with me. She comes to me and says, okay, if you're gonna go hang out with her, you better do it right. I'm not gonna go because I am not going shopping with her, because she's absurd when she shops. Okay, is what I told her. And then I remember the next day after school, I ended up going to the girl's house because they didn't go to the same school for some reason, and I picked her up and we instantly went straight to IKEA. Now this is where things get really spicy. Now as we were walking around IKEA, don't get me wrong, me and her, we were like keeping our distance and stuff, but as we went down the halls of going to different like cool rooms and stuff that IKEA has, we got closer and closer and closer to the point where she was literally able to grab my peach. Like, it was weird. And I remember she ended up actually grabbing it and squeezing it. I remember jumping and being like, whoa, like chill. But then she just kept pulling me towards her, and let's just say one thing led to another. Things got really, well, a lot of tension was built up, guys. That's basically what happens. Tension built up, and we both knew that we were both in the mood to do the devil's tango. But obviously we couldn't, because we were in IKEA. And in IKEA, there's a lot of shelves, there's a lot of TV stands, there's a lot of, well, everything. So me and her realized that there were beds in IKEA. Yup, there are a ton, and I mean a lot of beds in IKEA. From twin beds to king king size beds to queen beds to even children beds. There was a lot of beds. And the fact that we went on a Monday when it was really empty in IKEA, especially in our town, well, yeah. Me and her, we ended up, you know, getting close together. She kissed me, and let's just say one thing led to another. We literally did it in IKEA in the middle of the hallway on a bed that was laid down there. Yes, we literally did the devil's tango right then and there. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the cameras picked it up and security came, but surprisingly they didn't. We literally had like 20 minutes all to ourselves doing whatever we wanted on that bed. I mean, to be fair though, if I was watching that on a security camera in IKEA and I was a security guard, I wouldn't stop it. Actually, that sounds really bad of me to say. I would stop it. I would. Going on though, I remember I was panicking like as I was going on, and I remember she was just all for it. Like she was just going basically crazy mode, or should I say freaky Swedish mode on me. And I kind of was like, okay, this gotta stop. This has gotta stop. So I remember I basically like, you know, kind of just stood up and walked away from her. And then from there, she got really upset and then put her clothes on and basically ran towards me saying, excuse me, what are you doing? Like, why would you just do that to me? Like, who do you think you are? And I looked at her and I'm like, you need to calm down. And then I instantly just walked straight back to my car, not buying anything, and her as well not buying anything. We basically drove back home and I dropped her off. But when I dropped her off, she was texting her sister everything that happened back at the IKEA. And my phone was basically getting spammed with messages saying, you did what? With my sister? How could you? Are you serious right now? How dare you do that to my sister? Bruh. She wanted it, is what I said. But honestly, apparently it wasn't enough. Because I remember when I dropped her off and another person ended up coming into my car, and that was her sister. Her sister that told me and warned me about her in the first place. I remember I told her, listen, it just ended up happening. I don't know how these things happen. I'm sorry. And then she looked at me, she's like, yeah, but like, why would you just walk away from her like that? That hurt her feelings. Like, if you're gonna hurt my sister, I told you not to. I told you she's freaky like that. Well, I didn't know, is what I told her, because I'm gonna be real here. Back in that day, I had never met anyone freakier than me, especially when it came to the devil's tango. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, long story short, she ended up really not wanting to be friends with me anymore, and she basically just kind of walked away from me and basically ignored me for the rest of the school year. And for that Swedish girl, was she ended up going for another guy and doing it in another public place, which, I mean, you know, touche. I mean, we both do the same thing. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if she started her own YouTube channel and started telling these crazy stories just like that. But at the same time, a woman doing that is kind of interesting. I've never seen a girl tell a story like I have. But I mean, other than that, that is basically it for today's story. So if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And on top of that, did I mention I'm live on Twitch as we speak right now? So if you guys came to the end of the video, make sure you guys click the link in the description down below and watch me live streaming your favorite games, and at the same time telling you guys more of these crazy stories. And like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. All right, peace out, guys.
I'm still on top of the world. Devil's tango with your mother. Of course, let's go. Should I make it a story? Let's click record. Got that TikTok with 2 mil hit different with some more. She said she love me, she kept. Should I exit for sure? I got 100K for my life.